Hello everybody, TR here, and by family demand, they want to see more of a personal update from me occasionally, and so I've resolved to do one at least once a week, and probably doing those on Fridays, so we'll see how that goes from here. There'll be days that I'm traveling and I probably won't be able to do it on a Friday, but we'll see what we can do to work around that. And speaking of traveling, it'll be Jack's Up and I'll be headed east here in about a week. So yeah, I've been here at this RV park for about 4.5 months now. It's been really nice and central to the areas that I wanted to visit around here. I've been out to Oregon Pipe National Monument, spent a lot of time up in the Ironwood National Monument, over to Sasko Town Site, out here to the east on the Santa Cruz Flats. I have a video that I'm uploading even as we speak from out there a couple weeks ago. I mentioned in a past video that I had changed over to Premiere Pro from Creative Labs Power Director. Power Director just wasn't cutting it on my machine. I have a really nice machine, dual Xenon core, 3 gigahertz, blah 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 blah, you know, tons of RAM, SSD, hard drives, the whole 9 yards, and it was just chunky. I couldn't work with it. It just was driving me crazy. So, well, I bit the bullet and I flipped over to Premiere Pro, and there's a pretty good learning curve with it. Having not done a lot of video editing, in the past I worked in radio for 20 some odd years, and I did a lot of non-linear editing with something called Software Audio Workshop. So I understand the concepts around cutting and pasting and putting things together and sequencing and all those sorts of things. Of course, with my bend, I always like to get in and really figure out a piece of software, so I've been working with multi-cameras, so I'm posting my first multi-cam video today. Working with some special effects, wanted to have the spinning globe in my intro and some of those things that took me a while to sort out. And I've got 3 other videos that I've been editing on over the last couple weeks that I've been trying to get ready, because I know that with me getting Jack's Up and heading east here, I'm going to be a little short on time for doing some things, especially since I have such a full itinerary plan for myself between here and when I get to my dad's in Arkansas. I think it's the 9th of April or something like that. I'll be headed out of here over towards White Sands, New Mexico. I'm actually going to be staying at Truth or Consequences because it's fairly centrally located to some things I want to go see. Over there I want to definitely hit the Gila Cliff Dwellings. Really like that place. I was there back in the 80s. That's a long time ago, by the way. And I was really fascinated with it, so I've been wanting to get back there and take some more photos. I'll be doing that. And then on April 1st, the Trinity test site will be open as an open house. So if you don't know, the Trinity test site is the place where they exploded the first atomic bomb. And there's a monument there. I've seen pictures of it online. It's located on an Air Force base up there that's clear up on the north end of the White Sands Missile Range. And so I'll be going to that open house and visiting that site on Saturday the 1st. Then I want to get down to White Sands National Monument, and been looking at trying to get down there right around sunrise, but I got online and they want $50 to let you in an hour early, so maybe we'll see. The past couple weeks I've been really busy kind of getting ready to head out on the road again. You tend to get a lot of stuff out over a period of 5 months or so, and so I've been trying to get a lot of that packed away, get some things reorganized, do some closets and cabinets that I've just kind of been shoving stuff in, keep it out of the site, keep it from being cluttered, because I'm the clutter king. So I've been going through and doing a lot of that this last 2 weeks, doing some minor maintenance. For whatever reason, the outlet for the microwave that's in the wall wasn't working right, and I had an extension cord on it, and that was bugging me. I tracked that down to a bad breaker, and fortunately I had a spare breaker, an open spare breaker, I should say, and so I just temporarily moved it over there, and I will pick up a new breaker, and I'll record fixing that breaker here sometime in the next couple weeks and share that with you online as well. I also used to have a washer and dryer, and in fact I have a video that I recorded that I hadn't produced yet of me fixing the pump on it. And I fixed the pump on it, oh gosh, it's probably 5 months ago now. Right after I got here I fixed the pump on it because it was all clogged up with sand and lint and so on and so forth. And anyway, so I had done that, and it was working fine, but then it finally went TU. The pump totally went out. I was worried about it anyway from running with all this dirt and stuff in it. It looked pretty wore out. And by the time I got online, I figured out what it was going to cost to get the parts. I just had it hauled off. And so what I did was I built some custom shelving in that unit to kind of put, I have a Bose surround sound for a TV in there and a DVD player, and then built some shelves specifically to hold the cases for my camera equipment. I still need to get some edge banding for it, but that's just on the shopping list. It'll get done. So that's pretty much my week. It was a decent week this week. Anxious to get on the road again. I'm starting to get a little bit antsy, thinking maybe I might leave a couple days earlier than I planned. But ultimately I'll be here another week or so. Looking forward to getting back on the road though. It's been nice to be here through the winter in Arizona. The weather's been really amazing. It only got cold a couple days. In fact, I was trying to think. I think we probably got maybe down to 32 or 30. Oh gosh, I don't know. It might have been 1 or 2 nights in January. It wasn't much. We had some cool days, but the last 10 days have been brutally hot. It's been well, until yesterday, it was 10 straight days over 90, which is about 15 to 20 degrees warmer than they normally are this time of the year. But I got dishes to do, and dinner to think about. Until next time.
Breathing in, hold tight, chemicals collide.